All right, where's our... Oh, we're not that big yet. So everybody hear my decision for this month? If we hit our goal? If we hit our sub goal for the month, I'm going to do a daily frittata video. I'm going to lean into it. We're going to do a daily frittata video, but only if we hit our goal. So that means the month of July, I'm going to eat a frittata every day. Just a small one. Yep. Yup. So... Believe it. Believe it. All right. Gathering our infused coconut. So we got infused coconut. What's up, Orange? Honeydew frittata. Ew. No. I'm not going to do that. God. Sounds fucking terrible. Honeydew frittata. Nope. Because honeydew is always the lesser. Even in the season when honeydew is like ripe, at the store, it's always shitty. Cantaloupe I have better luck with. Or rock melon, for those of you in the UK. What makes you sad? A honeydew frittata? Jess, can I make you a honeydew frittata?
No.
Yeah. See? Jess is like, no. Why would I do that? Your mom's a rock melon. Okay? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? All right. Aioli. This was a garlic aioli left over from this week, so we're just using it up. Jesus, wicked. This is mozzarella. Mozzarella. Boom. Then we got our chicken. On top right there. Our salsa verde over the top. This is all just leftovers. This sandwich was made from all the leftovers that we used this week on stream. Can you believe that? Look at all that. Look at all the can we did. We're a beautiful, leftover, gorgeous. Oh no, that sounds terrible. You do that. You do that. Tell me how it goes. Post pictures. Make a video. Look at that. Look at that chicken sandwich. Get on there, chicken. Get on there, chicken. Don't fuck around. Okay? Oh. Oh my. Oh my. I've had an idea about how to take better pictures of these sandwiches. And I was like, why have I been not doing this? We're going to invert the camera so it's upside down so we can get right up on that bitch. Okay, see what we're doing there? See what we're doing? This is the focaccia. I wonder if we can... Nope. Nah, I don't like that. I think I like it in portrait mode because then, you know, oh. And then there's just the handheld one. You always got to do the hand. Just the handheld. No. There it is. There it is. Woo! There it is. Ah! Oh. Why are you uncomfortable, Orange? Why are you uncomfortable? One bite. That's fucking delicious. Jessica, you want a bite? It's a little messy. It's a little messy. But goddamn it, is it good.
It's a big meat.
Yeah, but you don't have to eat all of it. You just had pizza. I figure you're not that hungry. You know. It's a really good sandwich, though. You get your hair in it.
Good bread.
It's good bread. It is. It is. Pickle juice, I'm going to have to try that. Oh, yeah. A little pickle brine? Nothing wrong with that. You want to smoke a bowl, you want to eat some food, you come in here, you're like, what the fuck? This isn't fair.
What is everyone doing this weekend?
Just you and I are meeting up with B-Rye and Saya. We're going to go watch Spooderman. We're going to go see Spooderman. Which I'm really excited for. Wipes, please. Yeah. Spider-Man. We're going to do some cleaning.
Yeah, who tells what I'm doing?
No.
You tell them.
Oh, Jess is going to Jess is gonna get up, take some Adderall, and start cleaning. Jess told me that's what she wants to do on Sunday. I just want to like take Adderall and start cleaning.
If you've never done that, I don't recommend because we don't do that on this channel, but
Honestly, I would imagine if you went to a doctor, you'd probably be prescribed. I think we probably both would, actually. Ozzy, very nice. You haven't watched the latest Guardians? It's good.
I cried a lot.
Yeah. Oh, there were times I was looking over and I was just like, ooh. Like that pulled something on me, and then I was like, oh. And I look over and she's just like, I'm like, I know that if something just even slightly tugs on my emotions, Jess is like, she's doing at least one tear.
I don't think I can just shed a single tear.
It's true. These were a good find. They're a little tart,
Yeah.
but they're so crunchy. They're not tannic. That's the big thing. They're tart, not very sweet. There's no tannic kind of flavor. You know what I mean? That weird, like, drying out.
Work snacks.
Work snacks. Work snacks at home. We provide work snacks for her team. Grapes?
Right.
That's good. I'm still like drinking coffee. Iced coffee, man. It's jet fuel. Even all the water down, it's done. Cotton candy grapes, yes. Jess has had cotton candy grapes. Those are her favorite. Kind of hard to find. At least out here. I feel like we haven't found them out here. So they might be a very specialty product we gotta like track down.
Sometimes they're at Costco.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they're at Costco, but not always. Yeah, they're very sweet. Okay. Camp Zaza. Oh, the crunchy all blong ones? I know what you're talking about. Camp Zaza has kicked off. My goal is that not by this week or the end of, basically, let's say about a week and a half. I would like in a week and a half to have my stream room set up so that we can start doing stuff up there and getting everything figured out as we move along. So we can start doing gaming streams, as well as other Camp Zaza events. So, yeah. I can't wait to dive into that. We should think of something to do for Baked and Caked. What's something you guys would like to see? Nothing overly extravagant. Nothing overly extravagant. I'm on a 5-hour energy drink right now and I'm exhausted. Sometimes those don't work. If you have ADD, did you know that sometimes the side effects of like caffeine can just even your brain out to the point to where you're normal? So it doesn't actually give you a caffeine boost like you're hoping for? So now your levels are all even, and you're just tired. This is a great sandwich. And it's infused with 7.5 milligrams. So the whole sandwich, only 7.5 milligrams, which I love. Very lucky. Very lucky, Jane. Jane, how are you? I hope you're well. So yeah, in a week and a half, upstairs setup. Next week, we're going to do the clip competition on Friday. So, you know, make sure you're taking good clips. You can get that coveted personalized sound command. We also introduced a new mod to the squad, a new bud tender. Wicked. Thank you. Wicked, yeah, how was your weed nap? Adam came in and was like, yo, I just got home and Wicked is out. I have a few minutes to do something useful. Nice. Yeah. We dove into Camp Zaza. We're getting the idea developed. There's stuff coming in the mail. I'm going to have a camp counselor outfit and all that fun shit. Baked and caked. If you guys have ideas of something we should make, put it in the Discord. Let me know. I'll think of something that we can do by next week. And, yeah. Facts, but you got stuff to do. You're doing the play thing. You were talking about that. I read it, and I read it in my mind, but didn't say it out loud. Pardon me. Good golly, Miss Molly. So Camp Zaza, we're going to do probably just cooking again next week. Unless Jess and I think of like a arts and crafts stream we want to do. Then we can do one of those. Oh. Interesting. Got to meet a new dog sitting client as well as first before rehearsal. Nice. Yeah, guys. I'm excited. Love y'all. I love hanging out with you like we do, and I love you coming in and doing the damn thing. We talked about if we hit our goal this month, we will do I will do a daily frittata quick video to be uploaded into like reels and stuff like that, like we did with the joint rollings. So, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's what changes the game. Maybe it was a chat prophecy that little niche on other people's streams, on other elements outside of stream, brings in everybody else. We'll see. We'll fucking see. So that would be the best present. Well, Wicked, hopefully we can get you that gift. Okay? But you do know that it means that we've come to that part of the day that you love, that you hate, but it happens every day nonetheless, and that is the parting puff. We're actually going to go raid into Pizza Princess G. I was talking about her earlier because we were watching all that pizza videos and all that kind of stuff. So go in there, hang out, chill for a little bit. Google me. Yeah. Check out the Instagram, the Twitter, Discord, all that kind of stuff, please. And thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. I hope you guys do some fun stuff, or just relax. Or if you're working, earn that dollar. Get that money. You do you. But thanks so much, guys. Join along on the raid. Copy and paste the buds are here, or just say the buds are here. I'll be back on Monday.
Bye.
Jess says bye. But as we do always say before we go, y'all, please stay safe, stay sane, and above all, please